What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're out here doing a little clamming. We've got the third portion of the WilleyBoys, who you've not met yet. This is my nephew Caleb, Josh's son. The water conditions today are super clear. You can see the bottom. I mean, we're only in about knee-deep water, but the idea is, with it being this clear, we can sign for the clams, and by that I mean the clams, when they bury down into the sand, will leave what's called a skeleton key, or a keyhole. And you just look on top of the surface, and when you find that keyhole, you dig on top, and 9 times out of 10 there's going to be a clam right underneath it. Second week of November, it's beautiful out, water's flat, calm, it's clear. We're going to get on the meat. Not bad, about a half hour's worth of work. We got ourselves, I don't know, 3 dozen or so. Nice clams, all mixed sizes. We got some steamers, got some good for Clams Casino in there. Even got some chowder clams in there. Alright, so as you saw, we had a fun morning out on the bay this morning. We dug for about 45 minutes or so, and we got enough to eat for dinner. So right now the fastest way we like to do it is just steam them right on the grill. Throw the whole clam right on the grill, turn it on, and they'll pop open, and once they open, they're ready to eat. Throw a little topping on there, vinegar, hot sauce, Old Bay, whatever you like. So that's going to be the first half of the meal. Alright, welcome back to part 2 of the clam catch, clean, cook video. Part 1 we kind of cut a little short. That was just how to steam the clams on the grill. It was a long day after we dug clams. We got busy doing things. Honest, we were hungry, so as soon as they were done, we ate them. But this is the best way, and in my opinion, I think, and he would agree, to enjoy clams. Clams Casino is what we're going to make tonight. So with that, the ingredients are real simple. You need clams, and then what we've got here, we've got some bacon, chopped onions, peppers, Italian breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs, but I like the Italian. They just offer a little more seasoning. Mozzarella cheese. That's all you need. So
basically, you can ask 10 different people how to make Clams Casino, and you will get 10 different recipes.
Yeah.
This just happens to be an easy one that works for us, and since we got a couple big clams yesterday, big chowder size clam, big thing, so you don't sit there and chew on that like a big piece of rubber. These big ones here and throw them in the food processor and chop them up. This would be an ideal size clam.
Yeah, so if you were doing this but like he was saying, where we've got a mixed bag of sizes, easiest way to do it is just processor, chop them, and then, you know, that's all you do. So another tool is this clam opener. You can use a regular knife, an oyster knife. This just makes it so much easier. Throw the clam in there, open them up. Then we like to put them in a strainer once you open them. That way we don't retain the juice. We don't need the juice for this. Now if you were opening them to make clam chowder, you would want to put them in a bowl because you would use some of that clam juice for your broth and the chowder for seasoning, but we don't need it for this. So yeah, we'll show you how to open them up and we'll go from there. And in fact, for this part, we'll get Caleb to come around and show you how to open them.
Alright, so here is a method that I like to use to open myself some clams. So here's our clam. I like to do point side up right next to the hinge of the clam, and what I do is I just put it right under the blade, line up the blade right between the two shells and smash down on it. There you go. There. So here's another one. Again, point side up right next to the hinge, lay it down, line your blade up, and go ahead, there, spread it open. Oh, this one's big. There you go, you got yourself another one. And again, you know, line it up. Take that out. There you go. A good method.
Oh boy.
Oh god. That seemed a little bit aggressive, you know?
Alright, now that we've got our clams all chopped up, Caleb showed you how easy that is with the clam opener. We're just going to throw them right here in the food processor. We're going to pulse these up and mince them down to about the consistency of chopped onions or oatmeal, really. We'll just throw this in there. Yeah, that's about perfect. And now you got it. This is the part where I like to add my breadcrumbs. Some people will add them later on in the process. I like to add mine now for two reasons. One, it puts a little seasoning in the clams while you cook them, and two, while it's mixed in there, while they're cooking in the oven, the breadcrumbs will brown a little bit, and that'll kind of give you an idea of when the clams are done. So that's what I like to do. Again, I use the Italian. You can use regular. Throw this in there, and all it does is thickens it up a little bit, plus gives it some flavor. We'll throw that in there, and then give it another little pulse, just to mix it all together. Yeah. So now what we need to do is get all our clamshells laid out on a tray, and then we'll just scoop this out with a tablespoon, fill all the clamshells, then they'll go into the oven on broil for 18 to 20 minutes. All right, we've got our tray laid out. All the clam halves are on here. Now we're just gonna take a tablespoon and fill all these up. Now, I say fill them up. We're not gonna fill them up because we need to save room for the peppers, onions, and bacon and all the other stuff that go on top. So I'll take a spoonful, and I just want to fill that back divot in there. So maybe half full, I guess sounds better. Fill this back divot with clam. All right, we've got them all filled up. Here's what we're looking at. So again, not full all the way, but we've got these back divots filled anyway, and it worked out pretty much perfect. So these will go in the oven, like I said, under broil for 18 to 20 minutes. You'll see the, like I said, you'll see the breadcrumbs in there start to brown, and I'll show you what that looks like when we get there. So while this is in the oven, that gives us a chance to fire up the flat top, or I use a pan at my house. We're at Josh's, so he's got a flat top. We're going to utilize it. This gives you the time to cook your bacon, your onions, and your peppers while this is cooking in the oven. And then by the time this is done, that should be done. We'll meet them all together, add cheese, throw it back in for the cheese to melt, and you're done.
All right, while those clams are in the under the broiler cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start browning up some bacon right here on the flat top. If you were doing this in your kitchen in a pan, you would reserve the bacon grease to cook the vegetables in. We'll do that here too. Give these a few minutes to brown up. We'll be back, and then we'll cook the peppers and the onions in this here bacon grease. We'll be ready to add that to the chopped clams. By then they should be ready to come out the oven. All right, our bacon's all browned up. I'm gonna go ahead and move that over here to the cold side. And it's hard to beat a flat top, especially for a job like this. All right, let me make sure I got my bacon grease on all rounded up here. This is what I'm going to cook my vegetables in. Give her some flavor. You know, just for a little extra fat there, I'm going to throw me a little pat of butter in the middle of that. Alright, on with the green peppers. On with the onions. Try to flatten it down into little smooth piles here. Get it cooked evenly. Add me a little black pepper. Kind of sticking to college recipe here, but sometimes you'll even add a little bit of minced garlic here, or maybe a little bit of Worcestershire sauce if you like that. A little tang.
Smells good.
Looks good. Smells good.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to add the garlic and Worcestershire, go for it. It'll only help.
There's no rules. Don't tell me.
Yeah, if you do this the traditional way, I'm telling you, try it this way and you won't regret it. Even our father, who has cooked Clams Casino, longer than we've been alive, has now switched and he does it this way and prefers it. So give it a shot. You'll like it.
You can go a little couple splashes of this right here in the middle. Not a whole lot. That's good. Alright, give that a few more minutes and then we'll be ready to scoop that into the clamshells, which are ready, by the way. Now in my oven it happened to take 16 minutes with the door closed. Everyone's boiler is a little bit different, but just FYI.
Alright, he's got the vegetables all cooked up, the bacon's done. I brought the clams out. See if I can do this without burning myself. Yeah, it's not too hot. Alright, so this is what the clams should look like. Let me come around. With the breadcrumbs in it, this is the brownness you're looking for. Nice little brown top on there. Now we're just going to take our spoon and top all these off. I don't know if I said it earlier, but the nice thing about having all this cooked now is that all you do is top it with cheese, throw it right back in your oven, which is probably still hot, wait for that cheese to melt, and then you're done. Okay, so we've got all our clam halves filled with the vegetables, and you can be pretty liberal with that. You want to throw as much on there as will hold. It just adds that much more flavor to it. So that's done. Now we're going to add our pieces of bacon on top. Just go around and put a little touch on each one. We had just enough bacon. That was perfect. Where did I put the cheese? There it is. Now we top it with cheese. Again, you can be pretty liberal with this. Just mound it on there. Let it melt. We like to use mozzarella cheese. That's the traditional cheese for this dish, but you don't have to. You can use, if you've got cheddar laying around, you can use pepper jack. It doesn't matter. And for good measure. Okay. These go back in the oven. Once the cheese melts, pull them out and they're done. So, see you in a minute. Alright y'all, clams are done. Cheese is melted, they came out great. That's exactly what you're looking for when you make them. So, pan in here, show them what to look for. That's perfect. Nice melted cheese, everything's done. So, now it's time to dig in. You can add a little hot sauce on top or just go straight at it the way you like. So, let's give it a shot. See how hot these are. Yeah.
Like a little hot sauce on mine.
Yeah, I'll take a little dab. And with the clams already being minced, you know, they're not still attached to the shell if you were to do this the old traditional way. It's just the cheese locking them down. Yeah.
That's delicious.
That's living there. Just yesterday, these things were swimming in the bay still. It's perfect. Alright, we're going to rip through the rest of this tray. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Share this recipe with some friends. Try it yourself. Let us know how it turned out. Leave down in the comments, you know, how it worked out for you. Or if you've got any additional ideas for how we can improve this. But Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.